Hello everybody and welcome to another episode. In today's episode I'm going to show you how to remove the front bumper from an Alfa Romeo 156 from the year 2002 and up. So on this car I will have to polish the headlights, and in order for me to remove the headlights I will have to remove the bumper first. So what you'll have to do in order to remove the bumper, you'll have to remove the 6 bolts from the top. You will see right here the bolts. You'll have to use a Torx 30 or a cross screwdriver to remove them. After that you'll have to go under the front bumper and remove the bolts which are holding the shield mounted to the front bumper from underneath. Then you'll have 2 bolts on each side which are holding the bumper mounted onto the fender. And in order for you to remove the bolts, you'll have to remove the wheel first, and after that you'll have to remove the dust protection from the wheel. So in my case I'm going to remove the protection, this plastic protection, only half of it. I'm going to remove it and I'm going to put it aside in order to create me enough space to reach the bolt from under the fender and remove the bumper from the car. So it's exactly the same on each side. You'll have to follow the same steps. So first you'll have to remove the wheel, because in this way it will be a little bit easier for you to do all of the work which you'll have to do. So as you can see, in my case the wheel didn't come out very easy, and this is because the wheel haven't been removed in a while and the wheel got stuck to the hub. But if you hammer it a little, eventually it will come out. So as you can see, you'll have one screw right here on the bumper, then you'll have another one right here and another one right here at the bottom, and you'll have the exact same spots on the other side. After you're done with removing the 3 bolts from the shield, you'll have to pull it just a little bit out and in the right side. After that it will come out from the bumper and you'll be able to put it behind the caliper, because in this way it will get stuck behind the caliper and it will remain there, and in this way it will create a space to remove the bolts from under the fender. So as you can see, I'm going to put the camera right here under the fender. I hope you all can see the 2 bolts. So this is the one, this is the first one in the middle, and you'll have another one in the left side, but I'm not sure if you guys can see it very clearly. But I'm going to show you just a little bit later how everything is installed and where it's installed. So as you can see, I placed the shield under the caliper and I got it stuck right there, and as you can see, now I have enough space to remove the 2 bolts from the fender, and I don't have to worry about the dust protection shield from the wheel. And I'm going to follow the exact same steps onto the other side, and I'm going to put it in the exact same spot, because in this way, as you can see, it's very easy. I don't have to hold it, I don't have to do anything with the plastic shield, and it's not bothering me at all. So as you can see, this is a very good method which you'll have to follow if you want to remove this bumper and if you want to do it a little bit easier, because in this way, as you can see, you don't have to remove the entire shield from the wheel. You'll only have to remove the 3 bolts and put it aside under the caliper. This is the first bolt which I removed from this side of the bumper. You'll have to use a Torx 27 to remove it, and then now I'm going to remove the second one. So you'll have 2 bolts on each side like I told you earlier, and after you remove those 2 bolts from each side, you'll have to remove the rest of the bolts from under the bumper, and you'll be ready to go, and you'll be ready to remove the entire bumper from the car. So moving on to the other side, you'll have to follow the exact same steps. You'll have to remove the wheel. After that you'll have to remove the dust shield, and after that you'll have to remove the screws which are holding the bumper mounted onto the fender. as you can see, the bumper is removed from the corners, and now I will only have to remove the bolts from the top and the bolts from the bottom. So to remove the bolts from the top, you'll have to use the Torx 25. And after you remove all of these bolts, after you are ready to remove the bumper from the car, just make sure you don't pull it too hard, because you'll have the fog lights connected to the car, you'll have some wires, and you'll have to disconnect the connector, and only after that you'll be ready to remove the entire bumper from the car. After you're done with removing the 6 bolts from the top, you'll have to remove those 2 plastic parts, and you'll also have 2 more bolts under those 2 plastic parts, which you'll have to remove and which are holding the bumper mounted to the car. After you're done with removing all the bolts from the top of the bumper, you will have to go under the front bumper and remove the rest of the bolts which are holding the bumper mounted to the shield. I already removed the bolts from under the bumper. I did it off camera because I didn't want to make the video too long. And now all I have to do is to pull the front bumper out completely from the car. Now there is nothing which is holding the bumper mounted onto the car. You'll have to pull it gently forward, and you'll have to disconnect the connector from the fog lights from the left side of the vehicle. Now I'm able to remove the bumper completely from the car. I disconnected everything. This is how it's looking. This is the connector from the fog lights. This is how it's connected to this part. And from here, you're done. This is all you have to do. This is how to remove the front bumper from an Alfa Romeo 156 from the year 2002 and up. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video and found it informative, please leave a like and a comment down below. See you next time.